In the silent depths of the Pacific, two shadows moved as one. For the first time, Russian and Chinese submarines patrolled side by side. What began as surface drills has plunged into undersea warfare. This is more than a patrol. It's a warning to the world. Russia's Pacific Fleet has announced that Russian and Chinese submarines carried out their first ever joint patrol in the Asia-Pacific this month, marking a new step in the growing military partnership between Moscow and Beijing. The patrol involved diesel-electric submarines operating in both the Sea of Japan and the East China Sea. According to a statement from the Russian Pacific Fleet, the Volkov, a Project 636.3 Kilo-class submarine, sailed more than 2,000 miles from its home base in Vladivostok to participate in the operation. TASS, Russia's state news agency, reported that the objective of the mission was to strengthen bilateral naval cooperation, ensure maritime stability in the Asia-Pacific, and safeguard Russian and Chinese maritime economic facilities. The statement emphasized that both submarines returned safely to their bases after completing the patrol. This milestone reflects a gradual but steady expansion of China-Russia naval exercises, which began in 2021 with surface ship patrols around Japan's main island. Since then, joint missions have grown in scope, extending into the Western Pacific, the Bering Sea, and even waters near Alaska. While Beijing has not formally confirmed the submarine patrol, the state-run Global Times cited Russian reports and highlighted the event as a sign of deeper trust between the two militaries. Analysts note that the inclusion of submarines adds a new dimension to cooperation that until now has primarily been surface-based. Chinese military expert Zhang Junxie, quoted in the Global Times, said the joint patrol indicates a high level of strategic mutual trust between China and Russia. According to Zhang, coordinating submarines requires not only advanced technical expertise, but also more in-depth exchanges between crews. He added that submarines, by nature, carry stealth and deterrence capabilities, making their deployment in a joint mission a significant step forward.
The first joint submarine patrol indicated a high level of strategic mutual trust between China and Russia. Having submarines keeping in contact requires not only higher technical expertise, but also more in-depth exchanges.
Zhang further argued that such exercises demonstrate growing interoperability between the two navies, particularly in undersea warfare. In his view, joint drills and patrols reflect a long-term commitment to strengthening the ability of both forces to safeguard maritime security and stability in the region. The Chinese government has consistently described its naval activities with Russia as part of a pre-arranged annual cooperation plan. At a regular press conference in late July, Senior Colonel Zhang Xiaogang, spokesperson for China's Ministry of National Defense, emphasized that the drills and patrols are not directed at any third party and should not be linked to current regional tensions. However, the scale and timing of these operations continue to attract attention in Washington, Tokyo, and other regional capitals. Observers point out that the Asia-Pacific is already a focal point of naval competition, with the United States, Japan, and their allies conducting their own exercises in nearby waters. The addition of submarine coordination between China and Russia adds another layer to an already complex maritime environment. The participation of the Volkov, sometimes referred to as the improved Kilo submarine by NATO, underscores this complexity. The vessel is equipped with caliber land attack cruise missiles, heavyweight torpedoes, and low-noise propulsion systems designed for stealth operations. Its capabilities extend to anti-submarine, anti-surface, and land attack missions, giving it a wide operational reach. While Russian officials did not identify the Chinese submarine involved, defense analysts, including those cited by the US Naval Institute, believe it was likely the Great Wall 210, an improved Kylo-class submarine acquired from Russia in the early 2000s. Like its Russian counterpart, the submarine is configured for conventional undersea warfare and can deploy torpedoes and cruise missiles. The Joint Submarine Patrol followed the conclusion of Joint Sea 2025, large-scale naval exercises conducted earlier this month near Vladivostok. Those drills included joint air defense, anti-submarine warfare, and anchorage defense operations. According to TASS, the patrol was the next step in the exercise sequence, extending coordination into the Sea of Japan, the East China Sea, and parts of the Pacific. The broader task force supporting the submarine patrol included Russian vessels such as the Gromky and Admiral Tributs, alongside the Chinese warships Urumqi and Shaoxing. Rescue operations were also tested, with Russia's Igor Belousov and China's Jihu carrying out joint submarine evacuation drills, showcasing an added layer of cooperation in undersea safety procedures. Over the past 3 years, China and Russia have expanded joint maritime and aerial patrols to new regions, including the Bering Sea and waters near Alaska. In 2023, 4 China Coast Guard vessels and 2 Russian border guard ships conducted a patrol along the US-Russia maritime boundary. More recently, the US Coast Guard has reported monitoring Chinese research vessels operating in the Arctic, as well as increased Russian air activity in the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. Although the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, has assessed these flights as non-threatening, officials noted that 4 Russian surveillance flights occurred within a single week this month, an unusual frequency compared with earlier in the year. The growing range of China-Russia cooperation illustrates a shared willingness to test the limits of interoperability and presence in strategically sensitive waters. For now, the first joint submarine patrol highlights how far the relationship has developed. It signals not only progress in bilateral military planning, but also the capacity to coordinate one of the most complex elements of naval warfare: undersea operations.